Hi everyone, this is Sharon Freese and I'm here as a designer and instructor for Stamp On It. And today video we are going to work with cardstock weight vellum. We carry the cardstock weight vellum in two weights. We have the 65 pound and we have 100 pound. This is unbelievable. You will love it. We're going to today be working on just the 65 pound vellum, and we're going to do a few techniques with it. So I hope you will enjoy this video. So here we go. The first thing that I want to do is a very simple embossing, putting it in your embossing folders and putting it through the Cuttlebug or whatever you own, Sizzix, whatever. But what I want to let you know is this is putting it through without anything in it other than the vellum. When you put it through with text weight paper, and this one I put top and bottom, it does a beautiful job. None of this cutting through. So what you're going to do is you're going to place one text weight paper on the bottom. You're going to place your vellum inside there. Another sheet of text weight copy paper up, and then you're going to run it through. So the sandwich is the A plate, a B plate, your embossing folder with a cardstock, and another B plate. If you have other machines, it'll be a little bit of a different setup, but here we go. I do not run it backwards like I normally do when I'm doing other stuff, only because this is vellum. And so just like that, you end up with a beautifully embossed piece of vellum. But look, you also have beautifully embossed text weight papers. So what I did here with the embossed, I took a sponge tool and orange brilliance and blue brilliance stamp pads, and I just rubbed over the embossed area. Then I decided to try the text weight paper, and I thought this would still be a nice thing to put on the front of a card, but it's just text weight. So that's one quick item of how you can use our 65 pound cardstock vellum in an embossing folder. Now the next that we're going to do is we're going to use our 65 pound vellum and our peel off stickers. We have an array of peel off stickers. You'll see here on the table. There are just so many to pick from, and as long as there is a moderate opening in the peel off stickers, they can be used for this technique. So this is the mandala that I'm going to be working with today. And what you're going to need is a piece of wax paper, a plumping pad, which we also sell these, piece of vellum, and this is all we need to get started. When it comes to decorating, I'll show you the items that we're going to use for that. So what you do is you can peel it off from the release paper. And what I do is I just I do look at my pattern. Some have a pattern where I enjoy the up and down. So you just want to look at how the pattern is going to go. Then what I want you to do is turn it over when you're doing this. And I want you to watch, because when I burnish this sticker, you're going to notice a change in the back of this sticker. And I'll do part and let you see that one part gets a little bit darker. I don't know which way is going to be the easiest to see it, but it does get darker. As you're burnishing, it gets darker on there. Because of what technique that we are going to be doing, that is an important step to make sure that it is adhered really well. Now what you're going to need is you're going to need our flower shaping tools, which we do have on the website. And I basically, for a lot of ours, I use the number 2mm and the 3mm. It's when you start working with some of the larger openings, that's when you'll start using some of these other ends. Here's a sample of our paper shaping blossom kit. They're really a nice one. All those are about all you'll ever really need to do what the technique that we're working on today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wax paper and I'm going to rub it on the front. I always start on the front first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along the edge of the opening of the mandala sticker. When you turn it over, I need something just a little bit darker. Let me see if I can put it on here. When you turn it over, you are going to see this white line. If you do not see that white line, then you're not pressing firmly enough. So you would need to go back over. So I'm going to go around all of these parts. And you just start from the front. If you feel it not working very well, then you can rub it again with the wax paper. So now, as you can see here, I have got all of my tracing around from the front. I'm now going to go on the back, and I'm again going to rub it with my wax paper. Now, using the 3mm tip, I am going to now, with moderate pressure and not staying in one place too long, I am going to go in the inside of all those traced lines. Now, if it turns white like that, you can almost see it. When I turn it over, you are really going to see how white it is. I'll try a bigger area to see if you can notice it better. Maybe I will switch to this one here on the number 2mm. I'll switch to this bigger end. Makes the job go faster. Now when I turn that over, you can really see how white that is. I did both of those. So now I'm going to complete all of the plumping around this whole mandala. Okay, now what I want you to notice is after I have now completed all of the plumping, you'll see that this vellum kind of has a big old hump in it. Well, we are going to fix that. What I did want to let you know is that it only took me about 2 minutes or less to do all the tracing from the back side, from the front side, and it only took me about 3 minutes to do all the plumping from the back. And I did. See, I forgot the center. All right, so what I do is I take my 3mm tip. And what you're going to do to make this seat itself is, I guess, the way that I would term it, you're going to, with moderate pressure, you're going to go all the way around the perimeter of this mandala sticker. And you'll be surprised, it really will make the plumping stand out. And now it's laying flat. What we're going to do now is we are going to do all of the coloring in. We are going to use our alcohol markers and our Copic colorless blending tool. What you want to know about our alcohol markers is that they are non-refillable. They were requested by the sticker company so that they could color in the stickers. You will get 10 different colors. No, I'm sorry, 12 different colors. And we have been using ours for over 2 years. And we do a lot of demos and make and takes. And we have yet to have one dry out. So, I think these will last you a very long time. So what I do is I just decide, how do I want to color this? What do I want to do? And each one can be different. You know, it doesn't always have to be the same. I tend to hold my stuff like this, but you don't have to. It's just I am always conscious of the fact that I put the cap on. When I talk, I put the cap on. When I'm coloring, I'm fine. But whenever I start talking, I put the cap back on because I can talk quite a bit. All right, so all we do is we apply color near the edge of the sticker. And then we do need to always assume that our blending tool is dirty. And usually it is. And then you start to blend this color. You start from there and you bring it out. And then at one point, it's maybe too much and you want to show 3 different gradiated colors. You know, in the Copic world, they want you to buy 3 different colors. Well, we like to be able to create them with the one marker. Now, you can always add more. If you need to take it off, you would just use the colorless blender and a Kleenex, and you would just lift off the color. It will always leave a stain, but at least you can lighten it if you get it too dark. Okay, oops, wrong one. So we start again. And I just start a little bit, bring it around, clean it off, and bring the rest on down. And if I want to, I really would like it to be just a little darker there. You can always add more. And you can use your finger sometimes. That helps to blend. So you just decide the intensity that you want to achieve. I'll switch to the other color and do another spot so you can see both of them. I'll try my finger first. I might have waited a little too long. There. Okay. So now I will switch to the pink. So I am going to put the color here, and I'm going to put the color here. And again, consider it's always dirty. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so we're going to start to draw this around. The blender might be getting just a hair dry. Then I'm going to clean off a little bit. Oh, and there's one thing that you will find about this pink alcohol marker is sometimes it will look coral color, but it dries to pink. So don't be alarmed if you see this coral color coming out. So then I would just continue on, and then we will fast forward after this. I think that you can kind of get the idea. If not, just keep going back and replaying it until you get it. And you can always put some comments down in the bottom of our video and we'll try and answer them for you if you have any questions. You could also email on the website, and remember it's www.stamponit.net. The one thing that I want to show you now is how to blend two colors. As you see here, I have pink to purple. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to put a little bit of pink there. And I'm making sure that my pen is clean. My blender pen is clean. Bring some out. Pull, and I didn't quite put enough on there. You can always add more, is our motto. And I'm pulling it down with my finger a little bit. Then I'm going to take the purple, and I'm going to apply the purple down here. I'm then gonna take my purple finger and drag it that way. That's one thing you want to have. A purple finger and a pink finger. Those are your dragging tools. And that makes it so much easier to blend the two colors together. It really isn't hard. And anyway, it's just paper practice. So now I will go on and finish them. Okay, I'm going to call this finished. It is a bit lighter than my previous work, but that's just it. Every one is going to look different. So, you know, it's going to take you longer the first time that you give this technique a try in coloring it in with our alcohol markers. Now, what I want to tell you about our alcohol markers is, you remember I said that it was requested by our sticker company so that they could give you the color stickers you want to match your project. So what I do is I bring in my corner stickers and my word sticker. And I am going to physically color in. I need 4 stickers. So I'm taking my purple alcohol marker and I am physically coloring in 4 stickers. This is why our alcohol markers are different from the Copics. Copics are meant to color in beautiful images and they're great. But this is a high intense ink color in here. Oh, I guess I did purple on this too. Let's do this. So like I say, it's just scribbling it in. Nothing too hard. Then I think I'm going to do what I did here, and I'm going to take one of these flowers and I'm going to color it in pink. Because as you see, I didn't do anything in the center of that. So I am going to place that on there. So then again, you need to get one of our overlays. This is what goes over there. Okay? Okay, so as you saw, I colored in with here. Now you see I'm using silver. It's always the best color to use. You can use the gold, but I kind of want you to see that it's going to be a different tone because it started out as with a gold base. So we're going to compare the two so that you can see. One has a reddish cast to it. Maybe if I tilt it up, that might help you see the different tones. So I tend to do it with the silver stickers. But if you don't mind the difference, then go ahead and do that. All right, so I need to color in, wrong color. I need to color in my decorative strips there. I pulled 2 away from the rest so that I don't color everything. And I'm just gonna go along and color 2. You pretty much, because of the wide circumference of the circle opening in our overlay, you will need 2 strips. And we have a lot of different choices in the way of borders, strips. It doesn't all, as you can see on this page alone, we have circles and scallops. So you get on the website and you'll be able to see the array of choices that you will have. All right. So I'm going to bring in my overlay. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put adhesive around the edge of my vellum mandala. Because I want to get this centered over it. And because we're going to be attaching it to another card, I'm not going all the way around. I just need it to be held in place. Because what I want to do is get this centered in here. Once I do, then I can pull the rest of the strips down. If for any reason some of that sticks out down here, you can just trim that off with your scissors. Normally I don't have that problem, but of course, seeing as how we're videotaping, I'm going to have some sticking out the bottom. So that's all. Doesn't have to be pretty. Nobody's going to see that part. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pokey tool and I am going to remove, which for some reason when I color them in, they do tend to keep all the little excess parts. And so I use this and I put that one down. Then I pick up the next. Oh, that one came off really well. And I'm going to put that one down. Sorry people, but I gotta turn it towards me a little bit. Just remember, you have that control because of this tool. You have the control. So now we're gonna do the word. Now the one trick about words and any long sticker is a technique I saw on Pinterest. And you know how most of those don't work, but I did try this. You moisten your finger. So if you don't like licking it, then put a sponge near you that is moist. So I can pick this up with my fingers and I can lay it down. Can't tell if I got that straight, girls. Okay. It's just a little off, but not much. And see, and I haven't pressed down, so it's really easy for me to pick this up and get it all situated. Let's see. Well, that's going to be good for me. Okay, so I didn't color in that center because I wanted to place this one that I colored in with the pink marker, alcohol marker. All right, so now all I have to do is mount this on a card, and it will be like this. See, now there is a difference, and I could still go back and add more color, but I kind of wanted to go light and then one that was a little bit more intense. Now, just because I colored in every one of these openings does not mean that you have to color in everything. You can leave some spaces without any coloring in. As you might notice in some of the samples down below, I do believe we have a star sample where all we did was color in the middle. So it doesn't always have to be a lot. I hope that you have enjoyed this technique, and remember to get on the website to purchase any and all of the products that we used in this video. And remember, it's www.stamponit.net. And I want to thank you for joining us, and please subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We would appreciate it. Give us any comments that could help us along. Thank you, and bye-bye.